Welcome back to the Socially Distant Podcast. It is episode 32, right?
Yes, indeed.
I think so. Yeah, episode 32. It's a big night here in America for all our American listeners. I know we have some people in Ireland sometimes who listen.
Yes.
So
shout out all our Irelanders.
But besides that, man, it's election night. It is 9 o'clock right now. Obviously, this comes out on Thursday, but it is 9 o'clock right now on election night, and votes are pouring in. And what's going on over there, Trent?
I have seen 3 different news channels on live television, and they all have different things. So I am confused. But if this is true, what CNN just said, New York was just won by Joe Biden, and Texas is also being led by Joe Biden right now, which is crazy.
Wow.
And
Dude, I don't understand how any of that works, because right now it says New York is like 0% of the votes have been added to the tally.
dude, this election is so confusing. Because bro, CNN and then go over to Fox, shit's all different. PBS was all different.
Hold on.
But
I'll give myself an intro. How's it going, everybody? Brad Dillon.
Oh,
here.
hey, what's up, Brad?
On the third
Hi,
week
Brad.
back to bed. Hope everybody's having a good week. Crazy night. It's gonna be a crazy next couple weeks going on after this election. Yeah. So strap in, keep your kids inside, and get ready to fight off some angry mobs. I'm keeping
Very
Daphne
true.
inside.
Guys have a chance to vote today. What was your voting experience if you didn't have a chance?
terrible.
Shreddy.
Terrible. Nah, it was great. I got to see some family friends, and I got to talk to them, and I ran into someone else, and had some pretty awkward conversations, but it was cool, good times.
Love to see it.
You love to see it. Stood out in the cold, got into the warmth, told them my name, voted for Sleepy Joe, and then that's what happened. But that's just how it be.
Vote. Where was your polling location?
Me? Oh, down in fucking Forestville, right by in the fire department.
Gotcha.
The line was busting out the door, down to the road.
Man, was there really that many people?
It was down to the road. Oh yeah, it was. Well, you're all spaced out.
Oh yeah, true.
It was fucking. It was.
Dylan, how was work today with all the politicalness?
Today was like obviously this is like the biggest day in organizing or whatever, like political organizing or whatever. So it was interesting to see what that was like. And honestly, I kept myself very positive all day long. Like, all the people that I was talking to were, 1, voting for Joe Biden, but 2, they were all like very happy that they voted.
That's good.
And it's good to see that, like, I think a lot of people actually enjoyed voting this year, which is good to see. And that kept my spirits up. But I worked from when the polls opened to when the polls closed. And it was a long day, and that is for damn sure. And I'm very glad that it's over, but we're far from over in terms of the actual fucking election, unfortunately.
Very true, very true. We got a long way to go. It's gonna take so long for all those western states to all that shit to come in. It's not gonna be till like midnight, obviously. Crazy stuff, man.
Or it could be.
So what how many electoral votes do you guys see right now, and for who?
I see 119 to 92. Joe Biden.
Yeah, I'm still on WIBB.com.
Really?
News channel 4, 119.92 on my screen.
You guys both have 119 to 92. I am watching CNN, and I have Joe Biden 73, Trump 48.
Oh yeah, you way behind, my feller. You way behind, my guy.
They're all projecting things right now, and I don't know.
Okay, so that's interesting though. Is like
now let me go to Fox and we'll compare the difference.
Best place for
as I've been as I've been looking across the states that are like undecided yet, and then like the ones that are like leaning one way, Joe Biden's lead has slipped ever so slightly in Texas. It was a little bit higher, but now he's at 49.6 to 49.1. So he's up 0.5% right now in Texas.
Sheesh.
Which is literally like less than 100,000 votes.
Yeah.
That's some crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
Wow,
But
For some reason, hold on, something might be wrong with my map. I'm not seeing Kanye West anywhere on this. They're giving a lot of electoral college votes to these two,
yeah, tell us about that.
but Kanye West doesn't seem to be anywhere on this map for some reason. His votes they're still coming in. Hold on.
Yeah,
I can't believe
TikTok. I saw a TikTok. I was telling Dylan, Brad, I saw a TikTok of someone filming Kanye West, and he's like, I got 40,000 votes, and he was screaming, and he was like, like, warm up the West Wing, like of the White House, and I was like, man, you're just
Somebody
like, are you just playing? Like, what is up? Like,
somebody needs to go get that man.
I wonder if in his head he actually thinks, like, he's gonna be president.
Oh, without a doubt. I'm sure there was some part of him where it was like, oh yeah, we can do this. It's like the Libertarian and the Green Party. Like, why you waste your time?
And like every person he probably walks into and talks to is probably like, yeah, I'm voting for you, Kanye.
And he's like, oh, thank you.
This form of democracy will always be a two-party system, no matter how hard you try. You have to change the system if you want more parties. There's no way
Fight the power. Yeah.
you will ever get enough votes with, like, because it will always just, like, that's what they say, like, a vote for Kanye is a vote for Donald Trump, because it's just like you're taking away votes because you don't have a high enough chance of winning.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate. And then if, like, the one party, if there is a three-party system and the other party wins, then that party is going to be the majority, and then you're just going to go back to, you're going to have to start pulling voters from Democrats in order to keep that lead.
This is
I was trying.
Probably not going to happen.
It's very weird.
Politics.
We live in a really weird country when you think about our politics. It's just all fucking mismatch all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, it's fugazi, what we like to call it, and filled with geriatrics.
Whoa, yeah.
You guys have any fun experiences in the past couple days?
Not at all. I've literally been
I answered
trying to
that
find
stats question.
more
And
places
that's
to
about it.
work. I have applied to every single job opening on Indeed.com that falls under the category of personal trainer, fitness instructor, fitness coach. Like, I have typed in so many different keywords, and I have sent an application to every single place. And I'm going through every single keyword search on LinkedIn.
Let's go.
We're gonna find
Grinding.
one.
I've been pretty heavy in the Pokemon card game lately.
Have you?
It's been keeping me mentally sane, honestly.
That's funny as fuck.
Like, I've been working, like, pretty much nonstop from, like, Monday to now. Like, last Monday. And I've just been buying Pokemon card packs, and I'll open a couple packs every day, and it makes me happy. And I get a little bit of serotonin. But I ordered, like, a binder and, like, the card sleeves and everything, because I'm actually trying to, like, complete, like, the Sword and Shield, like, base set or whatever, because I have, like, a majority of the cards already. So
That's
I ordered
dope.
a binder so I can put them all in there and have them all, like, numbered and everything.
Sheesh.
That's pretty dope.
You gotta get that shit down.
I just
Mickey.
want it. It's fun. And there's, like, a lot of, like, small, like, card shops and stuff around here, so I can give them money at the same time.
That is
Even
cool.
though most of the time I buy my cards from Target, because they have plenty of cards there, but I drove out to some random ass card shop like 20 minutes out of Pittsburgh the one day,
How
and
was
I got
that?
a hot deal on a booster box. The booster boxes are like the big boxes, like the cards come in like when you sell them like in a store. So it's like 36 packs in a box or whatever.
Damn.
Holy shit. Okay.
Got it for a nice flat $100. Not bad, because they're $4 a pack.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My one friend that I play Smite with, he started doing them too. He started getting into like Pokemon cards and stuff like that. And he got a sick, like mouse pad, like with like Charizard, like the 3 starters on it, 3 original starters, and like a bunch of other shit. And I was like, he sent me a picture of it. I was like, that looks dope. He's like, I know. He's like, I just fucking got it.
Yeah. I know I got into it in a really bad time though, because this is like Logan Paul like broke the Pokemon card market.
Yeah.
Like when he did that live stream, like the market is like super inflated right now because like there's all these like hype beast kids like trying to buy into the Pokemon cards, and people are buying up boxes and everything.
Hype beast.
And selling them on eBay and shit for like double the price. So now's a hard time to get into Pokemon, but I'm not in it for the fucking money. Like, I'm just trying to fucking collect the cards because I think they're cool, but some of them are worth good money.
It's assets for later.
Yeah, long term, it's just something to hold on to. I have to get, when I come back home for Thanksgiving, I have all my cards from when I was younger, and I'm going to go through all those and see if there's anything worth holding on to.
Yeah. I honestly couldn't even tell you where mine are. I don't think I have any left.
I went through some of them the one day, and I have so many fucking cards. It literally is going to take me, like, weeks to, like, go through all... It's not just Pokemon cards. Yeah. There was, like, so many other... Like, there were Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there, and there was, like, Star Wars cards, and, like... I don't know. There's a whole bunch of other shit in there. And so I have to, like, separate them all out and shit, and it's just a pain in the ass. But I had a lot of cool Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yu-Gi-Oh is also really cool.
I didn't have any good ones.
I don't know. I honestly could not tell you where my Yu-Gi-Oh cards are, where my Pokemon cards are. That's a goddamn shame.
They probably got sold at some point, unfortunately. That's usually what happens with them.
I'm sad.
That's how people end up with, like, crazy shit.
Very true. I just went through all my cards recently. I had a bunch of football cards and shit too, and weren't worth a shit.
Yeah, I have a bunch of baseball cards. Not that I've ever been interested in baseball, but I have them.
That's just how it be.
I got a bunch of baseball cards.
I think they're my dad's, honestly, because he collected like those, and he collected like the Hot Wheels cars or whatever. And I remember when I was younger, I used to have a bunch of Hot Wheels cars because I would buy those too.
That's lit.
Hot Wheels dope.
The track is cool. I like the Hot Wheels track.
Yeah.
The Hot Wheels track.
I liked the freaking like the wooden train tracks or whatever, like the Thomas the Train set things. Those were also really cool. I used to have those when I was younger.
I used to have the Hot Wheels, like the Hot Wheels tracks, and I remember the one night specifically because like my dad will bring it up sometimes. The one night I was playing with it like in the kitchen, and there was like the big long slide or like the big long ramp, and it was still hooked onto the chair, and it like stuck out onto the floor. And my dad got up in the middle of the night, he fucking tripped over it in the dark.
Oh, fuck.
Funny as shit in the world. All you hear is a whoop. It's just like a smack.
Chucky must have been pissed.
Told me the next morning, he's like, don't leave that out. I tripped over it last night. I was like,
that's why, like, one half of me never wants to have a child, and one half of me does.
Yeah, I don't
want those situations. Like, your child just does stupid things, and you have to deal with your stupid child.
Yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass on that one, Chief.
I'll pass on that one, Chief.
Maybe. We'll see, but I don't know.
Me and Melissa have been looking pretty heavily into getting a dog.
Oh, I thought you were going to say having kids. I was going to say, whoa!
No.
Hold up.
Dog.
Yeah, for sure.
A dog.
I thought that's just what you just like, you transitioned into it kind of awkwardly from the conversation, so you threw me off.
But, nah, Dog City.
Dog City. That'd be dope. That would be
I
dope.
said I'm not making any major life decisions until this election is said and done with.
I can't think about getting a dog till the election's over. I gotta focus.
You never know, man. I might have to move out of the city. Fucking, it might be a civil war.
Right.
Pennsylvania battleground again.
Oh boy. Gettysburg round 2.
Yeah, dude. Gettysburg is fucking
Battle of
only
Gettysburg.
a hop, skip, and a jump away. We gotta go back. Dude, I would be 100% down for Civil War if we all agreed that we had to fight like the last Civil War.
Yep. I'm down.
Like, muskets only. We had to dress up in stupid clothing.
Then when our guns are
We had to march in formation.
when our
That's
guns
the
are
only
empty,
way
we're
that's
charging
allowed.
each other with bayonets.
And whoever wins, they win. They get whatever the fuck they want, but that's how we have to do it.
It's so funny that that's how people used to like fight. Like, yo, let's
I know, just
up
stand in a line and shoot at each other.
like,
That's some
Rules of,
barbaric shit.
combat or whatever.
you have to be just so like stone hearted to just like fucking hold a gun and just like
Yeah, I
look at
find
like
it so
another
odd.
line of men, like 20 bullets flying at your
Yeah.
face. Like,
Don't you flinch, man.
That's
We're
why
gonna be
we
the last
won
one
the
standing.
fucking Revolutionary War is because we stopped doing shit like that.
that shit's so stupid. Like,
Guerrilla warfare.
oh man, funny shit.
So live update for you. Currently at 9:18 on November 3rd. Texas, Joe Biden seems to be pulling away. Earlier he was up 0.5%. Now he is up by 1.3% according to Google. So Joe Biden's starting to pull away from Trump. 61% of the votes have been reported. But definitely margins.
Big margins.
Big margins out here, bud.
Big margins.
Excuse me.
Dude, what if nobody talks about Alaska? Let's talk about Alaska.
What's
What
Alaska
if they
usually
come out
lean?
and red as fuck? But what if somehow we flip Alaska?
Does Alaska have a lot of electoral college votes?
I don't think so. I don't know
No
if their
way.
population is very high.
I don't think so.
Alaska electoral votes.
There's no way. Like,
Can you give me like a straight number? Please, just easy. Make it easy. 3.
oh yeah, holy shit!
Big game
you win
changer.
You win Alaska, you're pretty much a shoe-in, bud.
Yeah, man. Alaska's the state to win this election.
If
Plus Pennsylvania.
mark my
Oh,
words, guys, whoever wins Alaska,
We'll win this election.
Joe
will win
Biden
the
has
election.
a substantial lead in Pennsylvania, but only with 11% people reporting. So
oh wow,
take that as it is. But he's up 64% to 34
true that.
in Pennsylvania, and I still don't see Kanye West anywhere, folks.
No,
Is he running still?
Yeah.
Get a check.
Kanye, are you running?
Can we get a check on Kanye? Boys, I have been thinking about some financial implications on a Biden victory, aka the reason.
Yes, we saw an interesting stock market today
Yes, we did.
and yesterday.
It's
We-
been
high
very,
optimism from.
It's I'm definitely worried because after elections, the stock market has always tend to dip for at least a few weeks, if not to the end of the year. It seemed
Yeah.
to dip. but-
Luckily, I pulled my safety plan, so
Okay.
no matter what, we're fine.
Bet.
But yeah,
But
I said before, I'm not making any major financial or life decisions until this thing is over.
for sure.
Fair
And
enough.
I'm not.
I'm
we'll see what
trying to
happens, but
to play it, bro.
every-
Like,
Yeah,
if
I
it
know,
dips, I'm
but
playing
I'm not. I don't know enough about that shit. I don't trust myself, so I'm just gonna play it safe. And if I don't win out crazy amounts, and I still am in a safe market, I'll take that over
Mhm.
anything.
it. Fair enough. There's some things that, like, if Biden won, I feel like it could definitely benefit, like, my portfolio immensely. Like,
Yeah. I mean, the stocks I have right now are definitely Joe Biden
that's what I'm saying.
necessary stocks.
Yeah, like clean energy, everything like that. Like,
Mhm.
fucking, Like, obviously, any marijuana stocks, anything like that. Planet 13, shit, I'm in. Vintage Farms.
Yeah.
Fucking anything
Dude,
like
I'm fucking
that.
up today. I'm up $1.17 today. Let's go.
I was up pretty thick.
Just waiting for that expendable income so I can get involved more.
Florida's at 91% reporting.
Are they?
I don't know how they do that
Donald
91%
Trump has,
reporting.
It's based on registered voters, if it makes sense. If these are real numbers again.
What about, like, if
Probably
it's, like...
voted off registered
So that
voters.
means like 91 of the people who have registered have voted?
Yeah.
But, like, what about all the mail-in motherfuckers?
That's a good
Did they count as
I don't think
registered
Florida
people?
had mail-in ballots, to be honest. That's why you see their reporting is a lot higher than most states right now. Because states that didn't do like high mail-in ballots are going to be able to report quicker.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah,
on that,
Florida's
but I'm pretty
Florida's
sure
got
they
a lot
didn't.
of problems, but they quick with it.
Florida fucking didn't lock down for shit, so they were probably fucking kissing each other at the polls. Fucking tongues down each other's throat for coughing.
Ugh.
I did read a story earlier. I can't remember what state it was in. I think it was in like Kentucky or something. But it was like there was a voting location that you could go to where you didn't have to wear a mask. And it was like a tent outside, and it collapsed, and some dude had to go to the hospital.
What the hell?
It was a no mask voting zone.
And that's what he deserves. Wear a
And it
mask.
fell on him.
It's so weird. I just started watching the Office, like from the beginning. I've seen like random episodes like mixed in here or there, but I just started watching it, and it's like season 1 was like 6 episodes, but I don't know, like because I've seen like older ones and like different ones, bro. Season 1 was so cringe. Like season 1 was so cringe. It was just so
Dude,
weird.
They just figured it out.
The writing got so much better. It
He
did.
has a new show on Netflix. It's like
Space Force.
Oh, Space Force. Yeah.
Does he?
I watched a good portion of that.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's sort of funny.
It's questionable for sure.
It's a question.
There's some funny parts, but like it falls flat a lot.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I don't know if I would recommend it, but I watched a couple episodes of it. I did start watching. I think it's made by the people who make Adventure Time, or at least the artists from Adventure Time. But it's called Midnight Gospel on Netflix, and it's pretty cool. It's like an animated cartoon, but like it's a podcast, and like they're having like a conversation and everything, but they animate like this whole cartoon and everything, like with the backdrop being the podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
And they have like pretty interesting conversations while there's like all this crazy, like them fighting aliens and like all this like funny, goofy cartoon shit.
Yeah.
And I watched a couple episodes of it last night, and it brought me joy in these dark times. So
It brought me happiness.
It's all
That's
that
good.
matters.
the West Coast is opening up.
I know, bud. Fucking Biden's lead has dipped again in Texas. Back to 0.5.
It's gonna be a tight one.
Texas
the
is gonna
mad
be real
Democrats just moved to fucking. Hold on, let me look and see how many people with what we're reporting right now from Texas. are
Texas
from Austin.
63% reporting.
Boys,
Can I see that
the
specific number?
electoral
I don't think so.
votes on CNN are still so much different from what you said earlier.
Yeah,
right now.
I think you're behind.
Not
Not like your
because,
fault.
Like, I go to CNN and then I go up to PBS and then it says whatever 119 to 92.
Yeah, well, CNN's tripping. They're taking their
Dude,
sweet
like-
time.
Like, I'm just straight confused. I'm just trying to understand what's going on.
I honestly think it's just projecting, like, until, like, you have, like, a high enough, like, margin of victory for some of the stuff.
Yeah.
I think, like, they're just kind of giving it in a specific direction based on, like, how exit polls and stuff look.
Mm.
Huh. funky shit.
That's
Yeah,
what I
'cause
want to
a
read
lot of
through
these, they're
tomorrow.
like-
Is because they do like exit polls, like they'll talk to voters like when they're leaving, and they ask them like questions about like why they voted specifically for things. And like there was one story I read earlier about like people like whether or not they voted for Donald Trump because they support Donald Trump or they didn't, or they were voting because they didn't want to vote for Joe Biden. And like a majority of people who voted for Trump were voting because they support Donald Trump, which was interesting. It wasn't like a Hillary Clinton lesser of two evils situation.
I almost
we
feel
saw in
like-
2016.
I feel like it's the opposite here, though. I feel like I'm not saying like everybody who votes for Biden hates Trump, but I feel like there is a large majority of people like, because I've even seen people like even like laugh at it. They're like, I'm not really voting because I like Biden. I'm voting because I don't like Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm one of those people. I don't fucking. I mean, honestly, lately I've been kind of pro Joe Biden. I kind of like listen to him talk lately.
When you can
But
put
I'm
words
not a
together.
Joe Biden supporter in any. Yeah, when he can actually have a full fucking sentence out of his mouth. But
I love looking at the
in no way,
clips where he
shape, or
messes
form
up.
am I
It
a
just makes
Joe
me
Biden supporter. But I voted
Yeah.
for him, and but I don't think like in 2016, like when I voted for Hillary Clinton, it was because I really didn't want to vote for Donald Trump. This time around, it was more like I don't know, I felt more comfortable voting for Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, I agree 100%.
Joe Biden just got another electoral college vote on this map somehow.
Wow,
Donald Trump got one on my map.
This shit's
I think we're on the
crazy.
same map.
So I cooked a steak last night. Well, first of all, shout out to Senora, because she dropped me them eggs off. We chatted for a little bit. It was good to catch up with her. The eggs are delicious. Senora, if you're listening, which I hope you are, because you say you always do. Eggs, delicious. Love them. I love brown eggs. I feel like the yolks taste so much better in farm fresh eggs than like store-bought eggs, which is fantastico. But I cooked a steak. I cooked a steak last night, and for the first time, I did like the whole like oven thing. I never knew you cook steaks like in the oven. Like my friend Josh, shout out to Josh Gonzalez from Texas, voted for Biden today. Amen. Appreciate you. He told me, he was like, oh yeah, he's like 2 minutes, a hard sear both sides, and then toss that bitch in the oven, 10 minutes, 375. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, who cooks steak in an oven? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, that's how you cook a steak. I was like, you're tripping, my man. I was like, I have literally always cooked a steak on a grill. So I tried it, and it was pretty damn good. Little garlic, little butter in the pan, just slosh it around. It was pretty damn good. You guys ever had steak cooked in a pan in the oven?
I've never had oven steak.
No. See, like, it must not, we don't do it around here, because, like, we just have grills. He was like, that's how they do it in restaurants. I was like, bitch, I ain't a restaurant. I toss that bitch on the grill. But
Was
I
it
don't
like
know. I mean, I like cooking like bacon in the oven.
I don't think
Like,
I've ever
I
had
think that's
bacon
the best
in
way
the
to get
oven.
really good bacon.
bacon in the
Yes,
oven is the
cooking in-
best way to get good bacon? I don't know.
I've never had
Heat.
bacon in the oven.
Bacon in the oven is the best
Mhm.
bacon. Oh my god.
That's
It'll make you
interesting.
fucking shit yourself, dude.
Yeah, and if you want to do bacon creations, like a bake where you weave bacon like a basket, you can put it in the oven, perfectly
Ooh.
cooked.
Little basket of bacon
Epic
weaving.
mealtime.
She.
Did not know that. I'll have to
Yeah,
try
that's
that.
not
I don't eat a lot of
bad.
bacon though. It's just like I never find myself like having the time or like the want to like go out and buy bacon and then bring it back, cook the bacon.
Yeah.
The next time my mom makes bacon, she usually makes bacon on Christmas morning. So when I
Christmas
come,
morning. You got one shot, Brad. You got one shot.
got one shot. Cook that bacon in the oven for me, ma.
Should be like,
Bro,
what?
I went to Subway today and got a sub, obviously, because we have to go to Subway, and they were playing Christmas music on the radio station.
Oh,
And, like,
Oh.
My inner, this, like, that, like, weird thing in the middle of your chest that, like, makes noise, it hurt. Because I was like, why? Why is there Christmas music on November 3rd? You're fucking killing me, Richard. It was just
Too early.
like,
Too soon.
Well, it was way
I
too
can't
soon.
remember, yeah, this is pretty much when this starts, I feel. I can't remember when Hibbit starts playing Christmas music, but it is a terrible time. When you come to work and you turn on the radio and Christmas music starts playing in
Oh,
your
I
life.
know. You just stand there and blink for a few seconds. You're like, where am I? No bueno.
Fuck that shit.
That is why I will not be working in Hibbit Sports anytime soon.
Sure that. That's why I will not be working at GNC either. Oh, wait. I lost my job, so I can't work there anyway.
The Pizza Hut that I got my pizza from that one day when it was very difficult. I had to call them on the phone to order it because their website doesn't exist anymore. Closed down. Gone forever.
Did it really?
Yeah, I drove by it, empty as fuck. Everything's gone.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Goodbye, Pizza Hut. So I'm pretty sure Pizza Hut is pretty much on its last.
There's so much
limb. If
stuff
there's any
shutting down,
surviving one,
dude.
There might be a Blockbuster situation where there's one surviving Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut's good. Dude, I remember Pizza Hut being so lit, being able to walk up to like
The
the
buffet.
Oh,
buffet
I
of
know.
pizza, just like an orgasmic buffet. And then they had all them like cinnamon thingies and like, but it was just like a
Oh.
buffet, and you could just keep going up.
Yeah.
That shit
I watched
slapped.
a YouTube video the other. You remember CC's Pizza?
I've never been to
and
a
I've always wanted
CC's.
to go.
When we went to that State of the State, I went in there with a couple of people. Like it was Jackson, Derek.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
But we went in there and it was pretty fucking good. But I watched a video yesterday about the
Yeah.
rise and fall of CC's Pizza and how they were like, at one point there was like a good amount of stores in the United States. There was like 1,200 like CC's pizzas or
Damn.
something.
Isn't that like just pizza? Isn't it just like
Yeah.
nothing but like
It's like a pizza buffet. It's like $5 and it's a pizza buffet and there's like a bunch of different kinds of pizza.
is it only pizza though?
Yeah, only pizza.
That's just so weird. Imagine like you go to
I
a
think
place
there's,
where
like,
you just
dessert pizza.
eat just pizza. Damn, bro. That's honestly, whoever thought of that was a brilliant man.
Yeah, $5, dude. You could fucking eat unlimited pizza. And you could
That's genius.
walk home.
It honestly is genius.
Yeah,
And
and that's
people
why
would
there's
abuse it.
obesity in America.
Because of CC's Pizza.
And that's why we have obesity.
Dude, freaking Little Caesars is no better. That shit's $5 and you get a whole pizza.
Very true.
Imagine if you're literally making minimum wage and trying to pay for like a fucking cheap ass apartment in Dunkirk. You're gonna fucking order Little Caesars as much as you can. That shit's $5. Instead of going
Very
to
true.
buy a tomato costs $3.99.
Dude, that's where there's been so many days where like
Yeah,
I'll
bro.
see like ads for certain things or like obviously like fast food and like different like chain restaurants and stuff, and you see like certain deals and like how cheap certain things are. And there's been a few days where like I'll like be like a little tired or like a little something or like maybe not in the best mood, and I'll be like, is this clean, healthy like lifestyle of like eating clean and working? I was like, I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Like, I just want to go get a Little Caesars every day for $5. Go get my
It's
Little
a hard
Caesars.
struggle.
There's been some days where I'm like, you know what? I might just give
I've
it all
definitely
up.
since me and Melissa started, like, we cook dinner like every single night, and I think that makes us eat a little bit better.
True.
But there are some days where like people are pissing me off to a certain extent where I have to order some chicken wings or something. And
Is
I
she-
just
is she-
need
Is she like vegan or something? She's not vegan, is she?
no, she's not.
She just eats. I know she just like she eats good. Wait, hang on. I just yeah, because I think didn't she just post something about? Yeah, I forgot to like it. I like was reading the whole thing and I never liked that her election day soup. It looked pretty bomb.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking.
Was that
good, honestly.
tortellinis in there? I love me some tortellinis,
Yeah.
bro. Oh
There's
boy. Oh.
tortellinis in there.
Sheesh. That sounds
Yeah.
good. Y'all
It
making
was,
me
Trini.
hungry.
It was spinach, carrots, chicken broth, mild Italian sausage. That looks like an onion, and then some Italian fortis tortellinis.
Yeah, I had to cut the onion and my eyes were bleeding.
Oh, you know what the trick is?
What's the trick?
You chew gum.
Oh.
It's actually
Not have any gum.
it's actually a foolproof legit. You chew gum when you cut an onion, you don't cry.
Good to know.
Huh.
I'll write that down
Do it.
for my future onion cutting.
Who would have thought?
From my future onion.
Dude, I have a bunch of house plants around my house. That's stupid to say, but they're going to like hibernation. I don't know anything about plants, but like my bigger ones, they're just starting to like, you can tell they're like going into like a sleep mode for winter.
I am not a plant person.
Me either.
But
Because like during the summertime, my one plant was it would grow like a new leaf like every like couple days, and now it's just like you can tell like the leaves have all like hardened up and they're just like ready to go to sleep. Plants are weird.
Plants. What if humans were like that? They got all big and hibernated, just like bears. That would be funny.
I mean, we kind of do.
Sort of.
In a
but
way.
not like, yeah, honestly, you ain't wrong.
In a way, we do.
Well, there's some parts of this country that are stupid hot, like California, where it doesn't snow that often. And
Very true.
people don't have to do that. And
It
then
don't
their
snow
houses
anywhere.
get burnt in a forest fire.
That shit sucks.
I hope those people got to vote. I bet they voted for Joe Biden.
I bet you they did too.
Oh, big facts.
Yeah.
Fix this climate, boy.
Joe Rogan is pretty convinced that LA at least is dead. He has said multiple times on his podcast that he thinks that LA is like gone forever.
I remember when we were like growing up, like younger and stuff, and like you see like TV and like movies and like all this other shit, and everybody's always like, "Gotta get to LA." LA was like such like the place. Now I feel like it's just shit. Like you said.
It's just the homeless thing. It's terrible there now. Even in San Francisco, like in Silicon Valley, there's so many homeless people. There's people who literally work for these big like tech companies and they can't even afford to live there, and they live in a fucking RV on the street.
Yeah.
But nobody talks about that. Fucking
Ain't
Joe
nobody
Biden.
talking about it.
Joe Biden ain't talking about no fucking people living in RVs.
I didn't hear nothing about it.
I watched this clip. I watched this video the other day. Just speaking of like Joe Rogan, it was like Joe Rogan getting cut off on his podcast, and it was just like a 4-minute. It was just like a 4-minute like clip, 4-minute video of just like little clips from like people talking. Neil deGrasse Tyson cuts him off so many times in the one interview he has, and like after like the third time he does it, he like cuts him off, and Joe just goes like this. Joe's like, and he's just like, oh shit, knock my headset off. Joe just like throws his head back and rolls his eyes. He's like, oh my god. And then that one where like Jamie cuts him off. It looks like he's about to stab him.
Did you watch the new Alex Jones one at all?
No, I didn't.
It was a rough one. I watched pretty much all of it. And Alex Jones was just mad because Joe Rogan wouldn't smoke weed or drink because it was Sober October.
Sober October. It's Sober October.
And
Not
honestly,
really,
they're probably live or something right now.
Yeah.
They were talking about doing some election night thing.
What, so the count just went up. Live update. What did Joe Biden just win that the count went up?
I saw Colorado, 59% he had.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Colorado,
that's
New
what-
Mexico as well. Oh, and apparently Trump is now leading in Texas again. Or I don't know if he was to begin with, but now he's leading in Texas. Now he's up by like
Excuse me.
40,000 votes. You're excused.
Grazie, papi.
So,
Anything else crazy happened these weeks? Any other hot updates?
not much. Everything's just been boring, dude.
The construction outside of my house is maybe done. I don't know.
Is it?
I
That
have
was
no
because
clue.
it was still full swing when I was there. It was looking good.
Right now.
Where do they build?
You remember that one day they were sorry to cut you off. Remember that one day they were like, I don't know if like when I was leaving or if like we were like coming back from the bagel shop in the morning, but they the guy was like getting that big thing out and you're like, oh, cutting more concrete. And he was like he was getting ready to go to town. You could just see it on his face. He had like that big ass like saw.
The thing they built is honestly pretty nice. It's like a road shoulder, but it's concrete and everything, and it's like kind of like angled and weird, and it looks not terrible.
Yeah.
But they've been doing that shit for literally since the day I moved in here.
It's a process. It takes a long time.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
They were doing water lines and stuff, and then after they did the water lines, they did that concrete shit.
If they're doing
Apparently
water
they
lines,
don't
they gotta
expect
do
to
a lot of shit.
get in there anytime soon. They have to come put something on my gas meter or something. I got a letter from the gas company or something that they have to put an update on my gas meter.
My dream is like when I own a house someday, or
I
like
don't know, man. I'm not an adult. I don't know what any of that shit means. Go
I don't
ahead.
either.
Is it free? I'm trying to pay.
he said, "Are you gonna charge me?" Okay, come on in. My dream is that one day I'll be like living in an apartment or like owning a house, and like somebody has to come check like the gas, or like I have to call a plumber, and I'm just gonna act like the weirdest motherfucker in the world just to like creep him out or scare him a little bit. I'll get some like really weird clothes on. I'll dress and I'll be like, yeah, come on in. The sink's over here, and I'll just walk like crooked.
The sink's over here.
I'll just walk all crooked just to see if the guy like says something about it. I'm like, yeah, the sink's this way.
The only person who's came in my apartment was like the internet guy when I like the day after I moved in here, and it was a really awkward situation because like
at least he was quick with it.
Really, well, that was because I scheduled it like
all right. I was gonna
for
say
as quickly as possible, like literally the day after I got there.
Smart man.
He had to walk around my house and hook up fiber cables or some shit.
Fiber
I was,
optics.
Like,
Yeah,
I was wearing a mask in my own house. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, that is weird.
That's ass. Were you just masked up in the basement? Fucking.
No, I was like still moving in. I was like cleaning and like putting shit away. And like he was asking me questions. I'm like, I don't fucking know. He was asking me like where this one box was. I'm like, fucking beats me.
What's in the fucking box? Remember that Vine?
I still remember the first day that I moved here. There was I was moving stuff into my apartment, and like a good 8 people said hi to me, welcome to me to the neighborhood, or like said like some shit to me.
Hey, at least you didn't have a crackhead try to like walk into your living room.
It was pretty close. There was, when I was like first got the keys and I walked in with like the landlord, some person peeked their black dude peeked his head in and he's like, "It's nice as fuck in here." I'm like, "Okay, dude."
It's nice as fuck in here.
What the fuck?
He was probably just looking for a place to chill, bro.
I still have no friends here, so maybe I should start talking to the crackheads that walk by.
Hey.
Hit him up. Hit him up.
I don't know how you make friends outside of.
Well, like now you really can't.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Just because
I don't
like
know,
you
man,
don't
the bars
have.
are popping here, dude.
Yeah,
If you go to the bars,
I don't
they're
trust it.
popping.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't
Hey
trust
man,
that
there's
COVID
herd
shit.
immunity here now. It's been popping for too long.
Especially not in PA. I don't trust it.
The numbers in Pittsburgh aren't terrible. They could be better.
I have
They're not
friends
terrible.
coming to town this weekend, and I am very, 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 very skeptical to join them for a drink down at the local BJ's, but I don't know. We'll see.
My mom has been pretty adamant that it's been pretty bad there. Because we were talking about me coming down for Thanksgiving, and like she said she doesn't know like what they're doing yet because Dunkirk's COVID cases have been bad or something.
Yeah, a lot of the I heard it's like the schools.
Yeah, I bet.
Heard
Did
it's a lot
Dunkirk
of the
go back
schools.
to school?
I think they all have been back in some like way, shape, or form. I heard it was a lot of the little schools though, a lot of the elementaries. Like a lot of the elementary
Those
schools
freaking
were getting
COVID
cases.
spreaders, dude.
Yeah, but like, I mean, in a way, it's kind of good, I guess, that it's younger kids because like they will be able to fight it off real easily for the most part. Like their immune systems are a lot better than obviously,
Yeah.
John Smith over there who's 90 years old.
I was talking to Melissa about it, and I completely forgot. Like when the ice cream plant had that breakout. Do you remember the big ice cream plant breakout
Fieldbrook?
or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, that was like what
started it. Yeah, my grandma got COVID during that time period, and she literally kicked that shit in like 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
Like showed no symptoms and was perfectly fine.
Savage.
Bro, I'm telling you, Trenny and I had it like February.
100%.
Apparently, I had it. I have no fucking clue.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that week, that stretch of days, Trenny, where me and you had like we like our throats hurt, our chests were real tight and shit like that?
I remember that, and I remember Dylan. Didn't we hang out right
right after you were done?
Yeah.
That would have been the only time that I would ever came in contact with someone who possibly had it, but I didn't get sick or anything.
Yeah.
I
should get that. I don't I never got like an antibody test, so I wouldn't know.
No, I didn't either. I honestly should.
That would be crazy.
I don't know.
If we all just.
I'll never know. I could have.
I should though. I should get one.
Got it in December or some shit.
Yeah, I'm convinced I had it.
The only other time I could have gotten it is like right before like I took that antibody test would be at like work because I was at work and it would get like super busy and hit it.
Yeah.
And there was just mad people in there. I got pretty strict with the mask policy. I was kicking 7-foot tall African American men out of the store.
I would.
Telling him he can't come in because he doesn't have a mask.
I'd say fuck it. I'm sorry to say, my guy. I'm not saying you have it. I'm just saying we gotta protect everybody.
Yeah, the funny thing was because he saw me that I wasn't wearing my mask before he walked in the store. I just had like pulled down a little bit.
Yeah, but you work there. That's different.
Yeah, that's what I literally said that. I'm like, yeah, but I work here.
Like I didn't have my mask. If nobody was in GNC, RIP GNC, it wasn't on. It was literally around my wrist. Somebody comes walking in the door, slap that bitch on. How we doing today? What can I do to help you achieve your fitness goals today? That company's gonna miss me. I hope they're struggling.
Didn't have any cool sayings like that.
I hope GNC's struggling right now because they don't got my service out there.
They definitely are, Brad. I can confirm.
Every store they close is one less free warehouse.
No. Bullshit.
It's definitely not free. They're fucking paying that rent, but...
Well, yeah, but one less not giant warehouse.
True.
I walked when I went to Subway today.
Close to free labor.
Oh my god, sorry to interrupt my own story, but I'm just watching how all this shit unfolds and everything like that. And 72% of the votes have been counted in Ohio, and Trump has about a 2% lead. Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow.
It's gonna be a close one.
Oh, buddy.
Somebody
got a shiver.
Hold me. Somebody hold me.
Yeah, we still have a lot of votes left. But
oh my god.
Okay, so to put it in perspective, over 100 million people voted by mail or early, and there's only 60,000 votes around, in these totals right now.
Yeah.
So we're nowhere close to the actual numbers.
Oh boy.
How long? So, realistically, Dylan, with your knowledge, how long after tonight will it take to know? Truly, with all the mail-ins.
There's a lot of, like I said before, Joe Biden has a lot of paths to victory, and Donald Trump has not as many, but he pretty much just has to do what he did in 2016.
Okay.
And we don't know, honestly. It really depends on how specific states go. Pennsylvania looks like it's going blue, like I said. But we're only at 18% reporting.
Yeah.
So
I just saw that too.
You never know.
But what would it take them? A day or two? Realistically, to count them all?
I think they said like 9 days after the election or some shit.
Wow, that's
7.
insane.
That's how many days they have to count them. I don't know. A lot of states today were very optimistic about how quick they can count them. Like there was, like Michigan. How many? Where's Michigan at? Yeah, they're reporting at 25%, but some of those votes are like actually mail-in votes. Like they have been counting all day. And some of the Pennsylvania ones are as well. Allegheny County started counting today, and I know like Philadelphia County and stuff.
I just want to know. I just want to see like Washington, Oregon, Nevada, Arizona, California like start to like show up when like people go in and vote. It's only like 7 o'clock there right now, so
yeah,
shit's gonna take a while.
Florida's
some
at
of those
93%.
states don't open until like 10 o'clock.
Is it?
Florida was at 93% in, and it looked like Donald Trump led by 4%.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like now. Texas 67. I don't know what it was last time. I just said it, but Texas, Trump's ahead.
I gotta take a piss.
Ohio.
Boys. And
Word
listeners.
to the bird.
It's gonna be a close one.
Oh, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
okay.
extremely close, dude. I'm really scared. I'm nervous, but I don't know. I can't. It's very important, rather, which way it goes. But I think some people think that like it's gonna be like immediate change, and that like maybe mindset wise, if Biden gets elected, I don't know though, because it's just like it's so hard to tell. Like I don't agree with the fact that like having a president, like, and then like people making it seem like, okay, if this is our president, like then this, majority of people are gonna act like this certain way. You're gonna have good and evil in any populations of the world.
Yeah.
Like if Trump stays the president, like you're gonna have the good, you're gonna have the bad. If Biden gets elected, you're still gonna have the bad, and you're still gonna have the good. As far as like how people act and like social injustice and like how we carry ourselves on a day-to-day basis, I think it's just, I think it's really wrong to just think that one person getting elected is gonna change how we treat each other in the country.
Yeah, but it comes down to like how they treat those situations.
Exactly.
Like Donald Trump is very inflammatory when he like goes into these situations that are very like touchy situations to begin with.
Which
He
is
goes
stupid
in
as
there
hell, because like
and
that's not what
drops
we
a
need.
bomb and makes it way worse. I would rather have a president that like
I
at
agree.
least is willing to like talk to both sides
Mediates
and like
a
try to figure it
situation.
out.
But he won't.
Tweets.
But he won't, and he never will, because he's an asshole.
Yeah, and I just don't want. I want to get out of the coronavirus, and I just want to like fucking calm down for a little bit.
That's what
And
I'm
then
saying.
if we have to get back into a fucking another Donald Trump fight or something in 2024, at least give me 4 years to breathe. I'll take 4 breathing
Do you
years.
think
know
Donald
what I
Trump will
want?
come back and run again?
I don't know if he can, honestly. He
I
might
want
be able to.
I want the summer of 2019, right before we started our senior year in college. I want the summer of 2019. We're chilling at the Egan residence, cracking some brews. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Some good times.
I've had a couple of those experiences this year, luckily, but not enough.
True that. Do you think we're ever gonna get back to like true normal?
I don't know, man. I don't know what normal is anymore, to be honest. Like,
I mean, like, do you think we're ever gonna get back to like a time where like people don't wear masks at all? People don't like practice
I don't
like
think so,
clean
no.
habits in general. I think this is gonna change how we live for like the rest of the time.
masks become like a thing, like when you're sick.
I do too.
That's the thing in like
because-
Asian
yes,
countries.
I was
Like
just
when
gonna
you're
say
sick, like you wear like a mask just to make sure you're not spreading it. Like,
Out of respect for other people,
Yes.
because you are contagious.
yeah.
And it's funny you say that too, because I have actually seen like on like through my 4 years of college, at Fredonia, there was actually times where I would see like Asian students that are like like abroad, like they come from like whatever country they do come from, and I have seen before like 2-3 years ago, like at one rare occasion where I've seen like an Asian student with a mask on. You know what I mean? Like back then, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, it looks a little weird, but you figure they're just wearing a mask. But yeah. I don't know,
I
dude.
don't know, man. I grabbed my mask off the hook the other day, and I had a quick thought in my head. I'm like, this has become way too regular and like normal, and like
No,
I just wanted to.
I was talking to my
be
friends.
over.
I was talking to my friends at the gym, my friend Noah, and like we were saying how like it's like you said, it's become so normal, but it's still just like to me, it just feels so weird still. Like walking around, like I said something. I don't know who I was talking to the other day, but I was like, think about this one, right? I was like, think about all the people like either like cashiers at stores that you go to regularly, or like if you go to like the gym and you see like similar people, or like the people who work at the gym. I was like, think about how long it's been since you've seen that person's mouth. That's weird. It's weird. I haven't seen people's mouths in like 9 months,
That's very.
and it's weird. I don't know. It was just something weird. I thought it's something weird I thought about, and I was like, that's really odd. I was like, you know what? I was like, that's kind of scary. I haven't seen people's mouths in 9 months.
Dude, I don't like it
I'm a
because
big-
I smile at a lot of people.
I know you
Yeah.
literally just like you're squinting.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of it because I don't like people and I don't like interacting with people. So don't
Fair enough.
less interaction.
I don't
have.
like interacting with people. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not a big fan of it personally.
The only
That's funny.
the only bright side is the wintertime. It's gonna be really nice because my face is gonna be real warm.
It was real cold in Pittsburgh here. It was snowing actually in some parts of Pittsburgh,
Was it really?
and I had my mask on, and I was chilling. I had my hood up. I was fine.
It's supposed to be what is it, from tomorrow? I think from tomorrow. Is it? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. From tomorrow to the following Monday, I think it's supposed to be like in like the 50s, 60s, almost touching 70s, which is
Yeah.
crazy. So I'm ready for that.
Yeah, today was really nice. Honestly, it was a good temperature. Everything outside. Great day to vote.
Great day to go and vote, you know. Be an American hero, you know. Doing your civic duty. Slapping that sticker wherever
True
you
that.
do.
That's the saddest thing. I never got my sticker because I voted by mail.
I
why voting
never
by mail
got
is
my
lame, and you shouldn't do
sticker.
it in 2024. Don't vote by mail because you don't get a sticker. They should give you a sticker in the envelope when you get your mail-in ballot, because you're gonna, unless you don't send your mail-in ballot, then you take the sticker
And then
and
you
you
think-
lie.
That's why they don't send it, Dylan. That's why they don't do that, Dylan, because then you already give them the satisfaction of them voting. And he says, I vote, and you
True
didn't
that.
even vote, man. That's just how it be.
You gotta put it in like a lockbox or something that they can control remotely.
That might work.
It only opens when they receive the ballot.
Oh, good.
That's a good
What the
investment.
hell?
Good tax money.
Good place for taxpayer money to go.
Dude, imagine if we lived in a country that was so rich that we could spend tax money on that. That's the future that we'll get with Joe Biden.
That'd be cool if you could, like, just, like... What if each person got their personal thing that they get to do with the tax money? Like, their own personal
Yeah.
objective. I don't know. Like, I want
I
to
would be so down to be able to vote for what your tax money goes towards. Or you get to pick. You get to pick from like a certain
That would be dope.
whatever. You can go on a website and you can literally pick what your tax money goes towards.
Very true.
I don't think
Andrew
that'll.
Yang
that'll
talked about that. He talked about like doing like a thing where you could pick like where like 5% of your tax money went towards.
that would be kind of
Smart
cool.
idea.
He's got a lot of great ideas that like I wish we could take advantage of them.
He has a lot of ideas that I've picked up on for my own personal ideas, I think, and I think one of the biggest ones is like voting with your money. I think if we're gonna be in in capitalism and everything, and this is what we want, I think if money is gonna be as powerful as it is in our politics, then I think you should be able to vote with your money, and I think you should be able to control what your money funds, and like I think universal basic income is a good way to get some of that like money back from those big companies and everything and reinvest it back into the economy and stuff like that. And being able
agree.
to like if Amazon's going to be the biggest company in the world, it should be because like the American people are like voting with like
Their
money and data and stuff like that.
Big true.
True.
Andrew Yang
big
taught me all
trust.
that, and I appreciate that, man.
He has a lot of
And I
interesting
hope-
points on data.
So we mean like Yang 2024?
Hell yeah.
fucking
I
hope.
don't know what he's doing. He's announcing something soon. I think he's might be running for something. I know he talked about he wanted to run for mayor of New York City at one point.
Did he really?
I hope
That'd
he
be
does something.
insane.
And now would be the time. New York City is struggling hard. Now's the time to bring it back. Get de Blasio out of there. Andrew Yang, universal basic income. New York City, city of the future.
Oh
Guaranteed.
shit.
Get freaking Cuomo out of there.
Yeah, that would probably be good too. Just a whole refresh. We need a New York refresh.
We need a fat refresh in New York.
We need a New York governor that like just understands that upstate New York is
Different.
a untapped opportunity that needs to be respected because like
Yeah.
right now in Chautauqua County they're putting up a bunch of solar panels and stuff using tax money that power that's being generated is not going towards anybody in Chautauqua County
Go straight to
and
New
those
York
windmills and they're spending all this tax money on those windmills and that stuff you're not making the windmills in Western New York or anything. Those are offshore jobs. That's not helping anybody in Western New York. You need fucking manufacturing, bring that shit back, fucking turn Dunkirk into a manufacturing city like it was back when you have a workforce. The Puerto Ricans, I guarantee if you give them good, safe work, you can wake them up pretty quick.
I mean, supposedly this new plan should help. It's supposed to bring a lot of jobs to Dunkirk, at least. What is it?
Anthonyx?
Athenics.
No, it's Anthonyx. It's like
you
it's a
sure?
Japanese pharmaceutical company.
Oh, I've heard people call it Athenics.
My grandma hung out with like the CEO of that company.
Oh,
'cause,
gee,
like,
your grandma's a baller.
dude, she could fuck.
She out
'cause,
here,
like, they were
she out here
like,
fighting off COVID. She out here hanging out with CEOs. What's going on? We need you.
No, that different grandma.
Secrets.
Different
Oh, I
grandma.
was gonna
Next
say.
mom. Next mom.
We need your grandma on the podcast. What's the
No,
secret?
Nick's mom, like, cause she lives right by that plant or whatever, and she's friends with like Willie or whatever, the mayor of Dunkirk.
Willie Rosas.
And I don't know, somehow that like the CEO of that company ended up at my grandma's house.
Yeah. What the? That's so
That's
weird.
funny.
So random. I love it.
I don't know.
Yo, what's
somehow she
up?
ends up in weird situations like that.
It's so funny, dude. It's crazy
I
though.
don't know, but the thing about the Anthonyx plant is it's bringing educated jobs, meaning the only people who are really going to get any benefit out of it are people who went to school for specific things. Like a lot of those jobs are like I don't even fucking know, like high entry jobs to begin with,
Yeah.
and ain't nobody in Decker got a pharmaceutical degree.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
I don't know, man. I want to save Dunkirk. I really do. Deep in my brain, I want to go and save Dunkirk somehow, but I don't know if I ever want to go back to Dunkirk.
It's a love-hate relationship. There's definitely pros
It
and
is.
cons.
I love Western New York, but I dislike people who stay there for long periods of time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Not really. Not in that way, but I mean like in the sense of like I don't know, people get stuck in Forcel and shit like that
100%.
on their own like issues, like fucking drugs and shit.
That do be how it be.
People be dying out here.
Yeah, rest in peace. We got some fucking rips in the chat. Fucking,
Big rips out here.
who, fucking,
Not a great start to your memorial service.
well, I had quite a few rest in pieces, but, rest in peace to Uncle Greggy. Shout out Uncle Greggy. Rest in peace to Faith Mirza. I can't believe that shit happened. I don't even know, like, That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then crazy shit, man.
Just shows you that nothing's forever.
Almost fell down my
Very
staircase.
true.
Especially,
Literally almost fell down my stairs.
we're all on this planet for fucking however long we're supposed to be.
Very true. So don't fall down your staircase and fucking hurt your neck, Bradley.
True that. And
Stay
cherish
safe
every
out
day
there.
that you are here. Cherish every day that you are here, and cherish the loved ones around you, because you never know when they will not be.
And fuck 2020.
And fuck 2020. And fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
I have thoughts sometimes about when I'm older and someone asks me about, or like I'll like look at a book or something and I'll be like, in 2020, blah 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 happened.
I was thinking
Like,
the same
dude, I
shit.
will live through that shit.
Oh, I got a meme that's literally just that. That's funny.
Oh, we had that time.
It's funny you say that,
I'm
because that's
excited.
what we're leaning towards for this week.
She.
Don't matter to me. We can if you want.
I'm down. Do we have
Not
any
that much.
updates on this election? Dude, I don't fucking understand.
Yeah, let's do one last fucking rundown of what's happening.
I mean,
I'm-
right
I'm
now,
on CNN,
according
I see
to
89 Biden, 72 Trump electoral votes, but like,
according to Google, if you just type in like Dylan did, live vote count on Google at 10:08 p.m. According to Google, Trump has taken the lead in PA, Ohio, and Texas. And then some of the other states are starting to open up. Arizona, Biden is leading. Utah, Trump is leading, and Montana, Biden is leading.
Yeah, I feel like as like we get later into the night, that's when they count like the rural counties and stuff like that. So that's when you're gonna start seeing like
Mm-hmm.
Trumpers show up. I feel we'll see what happens.
Trumpers.
Man,
We're still
What was Pennsylvania
Whoa.
at earlier, Dylan? The percentage?
I don't honestly remember. Is that
it was like,
26 now?
wasn't it like 63 to 34? They were up like double, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Now 26
Donald
is in, and he's up like 4%.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these numbers,
70% of Ohio, and he's up 4% there too.
It's also almost 10:10 at night here in Kanye West still.
Not seeing Kanye West on here. Something must have went wrong with the count. We're gonna have to recount.
All that recount.
We're gonna have to recount because something
There's
must
a
have
lot
went
of votes in
wrong.
here that somehow didn't make it to the right candidate.
There's a lot of votes we haven't seen with Kanye.
Kanye's gonna
I
just
hope
make a
Kanye
claim.
gets up and say there's voter fraud.
Yeah, people who were just like
Can you
burning the mail-in
imagine?
votes of his. People were
Can
throwing
you
out my vote.
imagine? He just gets on there and he's like, my votes were not counted properly, and he just like, he just goes off.
I could see that.
Oh,
I could see it happening.
Yep.
This year's weird.
This
I
year
can
needs
see-
to.
Yeah,
We need to
did you see the
erase this
little
year.
Pimp thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it in the thing. but
Yeah,
that's
where he
funny.
tweeted in like 2016, like "fuck Donald Trump."
Who is this? Lil Pump?
Lil Pump.
Yeah.
He tweeted in like 2016, "fuck Donald Trump," and then he was literally like at his rally.
Yeah, and he was saying if like I saw a video of him saying if you don't vote for Donald Trump, fucking suck a dick or whatever he says. I don't know. Like,
Oh God.
yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, some
Yeah.
insider information. Where
true.
it's
But
just fucking
it is time for your meme of the week. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your favorite segment of the Socially Distant Podcast, your meme of the week. I am your host, B. Dale, coming at you with the meme of the week. This week, we got a fire one. Funny one. Pertains to the whole COVID quarantine thing. Brought to you by the Nugget Instagram page. Not a sponsor. I will, real quick, boys, hang on. Let me screen share.
shout out fucking
Right here, screen sharing.
Oh.
It is it's a clip from Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and it says teenagers in 2040. Why is no one in our generation born in August? ? And then millennial dads with the quote, and then underneath is Joaquin Phoenix's face in the quote from the movie where he says, "You wouldn't get it," as he smokes his cigarette. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
That's
little
fucking
quarantine funny right there. And that is your da-da-da meme of the week.
That's so funny. Honestly, you think like
That's a good one.
do you think that like more people were created during the pandemic just from all the people being at home like so bored just fucking out the quarantine?
It's a really good time to think about it.
I don't know if people would be more likely to bring a child in when the world is burning.
It's a very good point.
See, that's the thing. You don't get any money, but then that's the problem with welfare. The more children you have, the more like you can claim more money and get it from the fucking system. So
yeah, I mean the baby boomer generation was born out of World War II. Like,
Yep.
So
It's my mom and
you
dad.
never know.
Boomers.
well,
We might have a Corona boomers. I don't know what the fuck.
Corona
What are we gonna
babies,
call? What are we
Corona
gonna call
babies.
them though? What are we gonna call them though?
I'm sure someone has came up with some term for them already.
They're gonna be Generation COVID. It's not Generation X or Y.
That's a
Generation
terrible generation
19.
to be.
It's Generation COVID.
It's something you didn't even live through. It's just like you automatically get like,
Oh, they're Generation COVID, 100%. There's no.
oh yeah, you're named after like this event where like over 200,000 Americans, as of right now, probably more by the time that we get to that point, have died.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's scary.
Yeah, remember 9/11? That was like a couple thousand people.
It is.
Yeah,
That is
it's
something.
fucked up.
I fucked up, mate.
Because that's pretty much what our generation, at least like our age group, is kind of defined by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At least like timeline wise.
very true.
Is like the post 9/11 era.
Yeah, I agree with that. You right there.
You ain't wrong.
I mean, like, you ain't wrong, cheap.
So like the kids probably like growing up, like the young like kindergartner kids and everything. And even like I don't know, probably the kids in middle school and high school who had to go through like online schooling and stuff like that. Those are like the people who were most affected by it and probably will get roped into some grouping.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. They're all gonna be
The-
so socially fucking awkward.
Generation Online. That's what we're gonna call them, Generation Online.
Generation Zoom.
I have a stretch movement.
The Zoomers.
Generations. Yes, Dylan. It's Generation Zoom. Or the Zoomers. Dylan's out here with the cold hard facts.
You just
Ouch.
nailed that shit.
That was gold. And that's it right there. That's just it. It's just the Zoomers. The Zoomers.
Well,
That's where I like it. That's where I want to
there's
leave it.
no
I just want to leave it on the.
consensus
I want to
evidence.
leave it on the Zoomers.
I think we
I
all
think
Yeah.
that's gold. I think that's gold. The Zoomers. All right.
At 10:15 on November 3rd, we got nothing really.
Nothing
It
yet.
could go anywhere.
We don't know
fucking-
who's winning.
I'm gonna lean in the direction right now. I'm gonna say right now, Donald Trump probably gonna win Florida.
You think?
That's my guess. That's my guess, but we still have some percentages left to come in there.
91% in. Yeah.
He's got a little bit less than 400,000 votes on
Yeah.
Yeah.
him right now. So
Texas
that was what the margin
still a
was
lot.
earlier. We're still pretty much in the same margin we were earlier.
Honestly, like, I hate to say it, but he might win Ohio.
I'm looking at
Because-
that right now, too.
Ohio's up to 80%. He's got like a fat 6% lead.
Yeah.
Damn.
Huh.
That flipped really hard, dude. What the hell?
What's he say? Has he tweeted anything? Is he
I don't
on
want to look.
Twitter?
I don't want to look. I'm not looking at Twitter. I'm not looking at.
I claim victory.
I know, really. Shut the fuck up.
Nah, he hasn't.
I'm
tweeted
not looking at
anything
Twitter
like
'cause
that.
I don't
The
want it.
country's not burning or anything.
Nope.
All right, folks. Well, hopefully by the episode 33, I think we said this last week, the country isn't burning.
Yes.
We've been saying it every week.
Yeah, true.
For the past
This
33
podcast has
weeks.
taken place it's gonna be a good record, at least at minimum. If it's anything, it's a good record
Of what we went
for
through.
us.
Oh,
What
we can watch
happened.
this back when we're like 60 and 70 and be like, hey, I remember 2020.
2,000 years when like they find some flash drive.
I know, really. We're just giving the aliens and like future Americans. We're just giving them records. We're giving them information. That's all we're doing.
I mean, this is the information era. Like there's more data on human. You can literally look at what fucking Mary Jo from fucking Wisconsin ate for breakfast.
True that.
She posted on her Instagram.
You know, Mary Jo's eating that fresh meat and cheese from her local market.
Fresh meat and cheese.
Yeah. Weird times out here, folks. Fucking, but this is a socially distant podcast, and that's what we're here for. We're here for hard facts and
Good memes. We're here for hard facts and good memes. That's our
Amen.
slogan. And when it comes
Still
down
looking
to
for
it,
that sponsor.
whatever happens within this next week or so, we report back to you. Just be kind to one another. Love one another. Everybody's
Yeah,
equal. Everybody deserves fair treatment. So go out there and be the best version of yourself. Because the world's a shitty place. And if you choose to make it shittier, then fuck you.
Agreed.
Amen, Brad. We should end it on that.
I am.
Amen. We'll see you next
Signing
week.
off.
God bless America. Go blue.
Peace.